courtesy of Processed Chicken in a Bag. This is Market Street Classics Chunk Chicken Breast with rib meat, sponsoring the Kurt Berglund channel, APBA Hall of Fame set, baseball, King of the Hill action. This is a taste experience you're not going to soon forget. And just imagine the time it's going to take for this stuff to snake its way through your gastrointestinal system. And a pleasant departure from your gastrointestinal system. Yes, my friends, this is Market Street Classics Chunk Chicken Breast. Today, we have a rematch of our very first game, the 1981 to the present National League Hall of Famers, with a couple of extra guys thrown in, visiting the 1981 to the present American Leaguers. The pitching matchup for the National Leaguers, it's Orel Hershiser, star of the 1988 World Series for the Los Angeles Dodgers, taking on the big unit, Randy Johnson, for the American Leaguers, and who can forget the job he did in the 1995 playoffs for the Seattle Mariners. Let's get to the standings and then the starting lineups for today's game. King of the Hill standings look like this. 1981 to the present American Leaguers are 1-1. 1981 to the present National Leaguers are 1-1. The 1901 to 1920 club is 0-1. The 1921 to 1940 team is 3-1. The 1941 to 1960 team is 0-1. The 61 to 80s are 2-1. The Not Yets are 1-1, and the Negro Leaguers are 0-1. In the King of the Hill tournament that we are doing, you need 10 wins, not in a row, but just 10 wins to make the World Series. So the first two teams that look like they're in good shape at this point are the 21 to 40s with 3 wins and the 61 to 80s with 2. The format of the King of the Hill, again, no DH, no minimum number of batters faced for relief pitchers, and no silly starting on second base in extra innings. But if you win, you keep playing. So if you win, you can keep earning your way toward the 10 wins you need to make the World Series. If you lose, you're done until your turn comes around again. So this is where, and we'll update this along the way and keep giving you updates on where the standings are in the King of the Hill tournament. But the 21 to 40s are in first place, and the 61 to 80s are in second, and we have 3 teams tied for third. Still very early in the process. Starting lineups for today's game. Remember, one of the rules of the King of the Hill tournament is that no player may start 4 games in a row in the same position. So you're going to see some scrubs, and I use that word in quotations, some backups coming into the lineup in today's game. Leading off at second base for the visiting National League, it's Craig Biggio. Batting second in left field, it's Larry Walker. Batting third in right field, Sammy Sosa. Batting fourth at third base, Gary Sheffield. Batting fifth in center field for the National Leaguers, Andre Dawson. Batting sixth at shortstop, it's Barry Larkin. Batting seventh behind the plate, it's Gary Carter. And batting eighth, newly added to the roster, we dropped Jeff Kent, who can play first base, but was just annoying everybody else on the team so badly that we had to get rid of him. Keith Hernandez is in the lineup batting eighth, and batting ninth will be Orel Hershiser. Hershiser in this set is a B pitcher with a YZ modifier. For the homestanding American Leaguers, Robin Yount will lead off in left field. George Brett bats second at third base. Kirby Puckett bats third in center field. Jim Thome, in his first start in the tournament, bats fourth at first base. Harold Baines bats fifth in right field. Roberto Alomar bats sixth at second base. Alan Trammell bats seventh at shortstop. Jorge Posada bats eighth and is behind the plate. And Randy Johnson is on the hill for the American Leaguers. He is an A pitcher with a KZ modifier. To his credit, and we are ready to go in this ball game. Both of these teams are at 1-1, and whoever wins moves on. Whoever loses has to wait, and that's the way you play King of the Hill. Alrighty, let me get myself organized a little bit here. There we go. Alrighty. The next team, the winner, will go on and play the 61-80 ball club. We go in sort of reverse chronological order. Sort of. And so here we go. Craig Biggio steps in against Randy Johnson. The pitch to him is ball 4. Biggio is aboard with a walk to get this game underway. We are rolling. Alrighty, now it's Larry Walker in his first start, starting against the lefty Johnson. So I'm sure he's thrilled about this assignment. The pitch is grounded to Brett at third. He's going to fire to Thome at first, and that will retire Walker for the first out in the top of the first inning. Biggio moves to second base, and now it's Sammy Sosa standing in against Randy Johnson. And Sammy draws a walk. So Randy Johnson having some early inning control trouble. Sheffield at the plate now with 2 on and 1 out. The pitch from the big unit. Ground ball, Brett, one more time. Fumbles it for a moment, picks it up, fires to Thome, and that retires Sheffield. Biggio and Sosa both move up a base, so there's 2 on in scoring position now with 2 outs. For Andre Dawson. Dawson, the center fielder for the National League in today's game. Pitch from Johnson. Hey, struck him out for Randy's first, and that retires the National League in the first inning. We go to the bottom of the first, and we're scoreless in this game that's important for both teams. Obviously, every King of the Hill game, very, very important, because if you lose, you're sitting for a while. All right, so Hershiser coming to the mound now. Robin Yount leading it off for the American League. Here we go. And Robin lines this one to center field. It's a base hit that drops in front of Andre Dawson. He's aboard with a single against Hershiser. Not the start Orel wanted. And here's Brett coming to the plate. Orel to the belt, checks Robin at first, and the pitch home is lifted in the air to center field. This is Dawson, and this is 1 out in the American League first. Now it's Puckett. The pitch from Hershiser. Chopped off Hershiser's glove toward Larkin, but Barry doesn't have a play. Everybody's going to be safe. Yount moves up to second. Puckett's safe at first, and there's 1 man out. So both teams with a first inning threat. National League didn't come through. Let's see if the American League has any better luck. It's Jim Thome. Hershiser to the belt again. The pitch home to Thome. Ground ball Larkin. He goes to Biggio for 1. The relay to Hernandez in time for a soul-crushing, rally-killing first inning double play that gets Hershiser out of trouble. So he played 1, and there's no score in this one. For the National Leaguers in the top of the second, it's Larkin, then Carter, then Hernandez. Coming up. Here's Johnson's pitch to Larkin, to right, but not deep. Harold Baines under it, and that's one down in the top of the second. Now it's Gary Carter. And Gary pops this one up. Brett's calling for it on the infield dirt. And there's two down, and now Keith Hernandez, his first start in the tournament. The pitch from the big unit. He walked him. So there's one on with 2 outs, and Hershiser coming to the plate. Not awful with the stick. Johnson to the belt, checks Hernandez at first. The pitch home to Hershiser. And this is chopped toward Tomey, and he fumbles it. He fumbles it, and Hernandez gets all the way to third base. And Hershiser is going to get all the way to second. So there's 2 National Leaguers in scoring position on Tomey's botched grounder. So it's Biggio with a chance now. Runners left on base all over the place early in this one. Nobody has scored yet. There's 2 outs. Johnson in a jam. The pitch to Craig. Hey, strikes him out for the second in the game for the big unit. And that gets the American League out of a jam in the second inning. So jams all over the place, but no runs. Go to the bottom of the second. Hershiser back on the hill. He will face Baines, Alomar, and Trammell for the American Leaguers. In the bottom of the second, pitch to Harold. This one is grounded toward Hernandez. He's going to take it himself, and there's one gone in the bottom of the second. Robbie Alomar in there now against Hershiser. Grounded to Sheffield. He fires to Hernandez. That's 2 down. And now it's Alan Trammell, Tigers shortstop. Hershiser's pitch. This is grounded to Larkin. He's going to throw it to Hernandez, and that retires the American Leaguers 1-2-3 in the second inning. So we've played 2 with no score. Here comes the National League 2-3-4 hitters, Larry Walker, Sammy Sosa, and Gary Sheffield. Larry is 0 for 1. The pitch from Johnson. Ground ball Trammell. He's up with it and throws to Tomey, and there's one gone in the third inning for the National Leaguers. Now it's Sammy Sosa. Sammy walked in the first inning. Pitch to him. Lifted in the air to center field. This is Puckett. And he's got it for out number 2. And now Sheffield, who's 0 for 1 in the game. Pitch to from Randy is ball 4. So Johnson's 4th walk in the game, but none of them have bitten him yet. There's 2 outs and a man on first for Andre Dawson. Expos, Cubs, Mariners, Marlins, somebody else, I'm forgetting. This is to right, but not deep. Baines under it. And that retires the National Leaguers in the third. So we've played 2.5 with no score. In this one, Hershiser back on the mound. It's Posada, Johnson, and then the top of the order with Yount for the American Leaguers in the bottom of the third. This is driven to right center. It's going to split Sosa and Dawson and get down for a double for Posada. So now Johnson might have a chance to move a runner up if they choose to put a play on. Randy, not much with the stick, however, so they may, well, we'll see what they do. Hershiser to the belt. The pitch home. Is, don't tell me, it's looped over second base, and it's going to drop. Randy Johnson is going to deliver the first run of the game as Posada scores from second base, and it's 1-0 American League. Now it's Yount with Johnson at first. The pitch to Robin. Ground ball, Biggio. He goes to Larkin for 1, to Hernandez for 2, and it's a rally-killing, soul-crushing double play. And Brett is up now with 2 outs and nobody aboard. Pitch from Hershiser, still upset with himself about allowing a base hit to Randy Johnson. And this is grounded to Biggio, and he boots it. It's off his glove. Brett will be safe on the error. And with 2 outs, it's Brett at first for Puckett. National Leaguers coming apart a little bit here. The pitch. Grounded to Larkin. He's going to go the short way to Biggio, and that will retire the American Leaguers in the 3rd. They settle for 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 1, and after 3, it's 1-0 American League. It's inning number 4. It's Barry Larkin, Gary Carter, and Keith Hernandez coming up. Not only do they have to worry about Randy Johnson's pitching, but apparently his offense is something to be watching out for as well. Johnson's single gave the American Leaguers the 1-0 lead that they now enjoy back in last inning in the bottom of the 3rd. So it's 1-0 American Leaguers. They are the current kings of the hill. The pitch from Johnson is a strike called, 0-1. Johnson throwing gas. Next pitch to Larkin is lifted to left. That's Robin Yount, and he's got it for out number 1. Gary Carter in there now. Gary is 0 for 1. This is lifted to center. Kirby Puckett's under it, and that's 2 gone in the top of the 4th. And now it's Keith Hernandez, wondering what in the world he's doing in there against Randy Johnson. And he has walked in the 2nd inning. The pitch, and this is lifted to left. Another chance for Yount, and that retires the National Leaguers in the 4th. We played 3.5, and it's 1-0 American League. 81 to the present style. For the American Leaguers coming up, it's Tomey, Baines, and Alomar, the 4, 5, 6 hitters against Oral Hershiser. Tomey is 0 for 1. And Jim lines a base hit. That's to right field, and it drops in front of Sammy Sosa, and Tomey is aboard with the single. Not a speed demon, however. Oh, nope, I'm wrong. I looked at the wrong card. Everything's off. This is a fly ball to center. Sorry about that. Dawson's under it, and there's 1 man out. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Now it's Harold Baines. Pitch to Harold is grounded to Biggio, and he's going to throw to Hernandez for out number 2. And Alomar coming up now. Robbie is 0 for 1 in this game. Alomar grounds 1 toward Biggio. Oh, and Craig fumbles it. That's going to be an error on Biggio. 2nd error on Craig. 2nd error on the National League in the game. Alomar is aboard with 2 men out, and now it's Trammell. Trammell's 0 for 1. Hershiser to the belt. He checks Alomar. The pitch home. Alomar not going. It's lifted to left. This is Larry Walker, and he will make the catch for out number 3. We've played 4, and the American League is out in front 1-0 in this one. And the way Johnson is pitching, that looks like plenty of runs. See if they can turn it around. Hershiser to lead off the top of the 5th. Then it's Biggio. Then it's Walker. Hershiser's 0 for 1. The pitch from Johnson. It is grounded to Alomar. Alomar throws to Tomey, and that's 1 down, and 5 in a row retired by the big unit. Biggio, 0 for 1 with a walk. The pitch to him. Grounded to first. This is Tomey. He's going to flip to Johnson covering the bag, and there's 2 down. And now it's Walker. Johnson in control. He has allowed no hits, but he has walked 4 men. The pitch popped him up. That's George Brett on the infield dirt, and he's going to take it for out number 3. We're halfway through this one, and it is 1-0 American League. Hershiser back on the bump. It'll be Posada, and then that offensive juggernaut, Randy Johnson, and then the top of the order with Robin Yount. Posada doubled and scored in the 3rd. The pitch to him. Hershiser loses him. That's ball 4. Now it's Johnson again. We'll see if Torrey is going to give Johnson the bunt sign, or, given his success last time up, is he going to let Randy swing away? We shall see. Here's his card. There's the big unit. All right, Posada to his lead. The pitch to Johnson. He squares to bunt. And there's a foul strike. Now is he going to keep the bunt on? That's what we got to see. Hershiser to the belt again. The pitch to Johnson. He's not squaring. This is lifted to center. And that's Dawson. 1 down. And now it's Yount with Posada still at first base. One more run would look big for the American League. Yount is 1 for 2. The pitch from Hershiser. Ground ball. Yes, I had to make sure. Ground ball Sheffield. He goes to Biggio for 1. To Hernandez for 2, and that's a rally-killing, soul-crushing double play that ends the American League 5th inning. We go to the 6th, and it's 1-0 American Leaguers. And the National League has yet to earn a base hit. It's the meat of the order, Sosa, Sheffield, and Dawson, a trio of right-handed sluggers against Johnson. Randy winds and delivers. This is grounded to, nope, forgot that came out of fire. There's a strikeout for Randy. That's his 3rd, only his 3rd. Effectively wild, we say in a game like this. There's 1 gone in the 6th. Now it's Sheffield. 0 for 1 with a walk. The pitch to Gary. He lost him. That's ball 4. And that's walk number 5 for Johnson. Gary can run a little bit. They might put a play on. Dawson at the plate. Johnson to the belt. The pitch to Andre. There goes Sheffield. This is grounded to Trammell. He's going to go to Tomey, and that will retire Dawson. Sheffield moves up on the hit and run. He is now in scoring position with 2 outs for Barry Larkin, the National League shortstop today. Johnson to the belt. Check Sheffield at second. The pitch home to Larkin. Ground ball, Brett. He fields it and throws to Tomey. And the National League is hitless through 6 innings. Bottom of the 6th. It's Brett, Puckett, and Tomey to face Hershiser. 1-0 American League. Brett 0 for 2. And this is a base hit down the right field line. Sosa's got to go get it. Brett's aboard with a single. And with nobody out, here comes Puckett. National League bullpen starting to stir. It's Franco and Smith starting to warm up. Lefty and righty double-barreled action. Hershiser to the belt. The pitch to Puckett. And that's a hanger. And that is trouble. It's past Hernandez down into the right field corner. Sosa's got to go get it. Puckett's going to get 2. Brett's coming all the way around. Here's Sosa's throw to Biggio. Biggio's relay home to Carter is not in time. The American League leads 2-0. And that is a big run. Puckett at second base now for Thome. And they're going to walk Jim. They're going to walk Thome with first base open and go after Baines. And here comes Bobby Cox. He wants John Franco to come face Baines. And that's it for Hershiser. We'll give you his numbers. We're going to have a double switch as well. Franco is going to bat in the 5th spot. And Dawson will come out of the game. And batting 9th will be Tim Raines. I'm wrong. Yeah, that's right. Batting 9th will be Raines. Raines will go play left field. Walker will move over to center field. We are in the bottom of the 6th. There's nobody out. Baines coming to the plate. And there's 2 on. Puckett at second, Thome at first. Franco to the belt. Baines is 0 for 2. The pitch to him. Combacker knocked down by Franco. Picks it up. His only play is to Hernandez at first. And they retire Baines, but the runners move up. National League infield is going to move in now. Alomar at the plate. Torrey flashing signs. Puckett at third. Thome at second. There's 1 man out. Infield is in. Alomar 0 for 2. Pitch to Robbie. He lost him. That's ball 4, and the bases are loaded. They're dripping with American Leaguers. Trammell comes to the plate now. Chance to put this thing out of reach. The way Johnson is going, it's in the bottom of the 6th. 1 man out, bases loaded for the American League. Franco to the belt. National League infield is in. The pitch to Trammell. Base hit past Sheffield. That's going to score Puckett from third. It's going to score Thome from second. And Alomar is going to go all the way to third base. So it's a 2-run single for Trammell. And there's American Leaguers at the corners now for Posada. Infield still in. 4-0 American League. There's 1 man out. Pitch to Posada. Popped him up. Biggio on the grass. Makes the catch for out number 2. Now it's Johnson. First and third, now 2 outs. 3 are in the inning for the American League. 4-0 advantage. Franco to the belt, checks the runners. The pitch to Johnson popped up. And this is Biggio on the dirt. He will make the catch, and that retires the American League in the 6th. However, they add 3. On 3 hits, they leave 2. And after 6, it's 4-0 American League, the current Kings of the Hill. Johnson back out. He has not allowed a base hit. It'll be Gary Carter, Keith Hernandez, and Tim Raines in the National League 7th. A lot of work to do for the National Leaguers. Johnson winds and delivers. He lost Carter. That's walk number 6. Hernandez comes to the plate. Infield at double play depth. The pitch from Johnson. Driven. It's a hanger. Hernandez gets a hold of it, and that's trouble. That's going to snake its way all the way down the right field line, and it's going to have to be collected in the corner by Baines, and that's going to score Carter all the way from first base. Hernandez is going to get to third on a triple. It's 4-1, and that's the first hit with none out in the 7th for the National League. Now it's Raines, the infield at normal depth. The pitch to Tim. This is to right. And it's caught by Baines. Hernandez holds at third, and there's 1 out now in the 7th. Now it's the top of the order with Biggio. 4-1 American League. Pitch to Craig. He lost him. Ball 4. There's National Leaguers at the corners, and the tying run is at the plate now, and Larry Walker 0 for 3 on the day. Double play depth for the infield. The pitch to Larry. Excuse me. Ground ball, Trammell. He goes to Alomar for 1. The relay to Thome for 2. Gets him. It's a soul-crushing, rally-killing double play that ends the top of the 7th and the first National League scoring of the day. They score 1 on 1 hit. They leave 2 thanks to Johnson's wildness. But it's time to stretch them out, and the American League still holds a 4-1 lead. Top of the order. Release the hounds! Release the hounds! It's the bottom of the 7th and the top of the order for the American League. Yount, Brett, and Puckett against Franco. Pitch from John to right, but not deep. Sosa's under it, and that's 1 down in the bottom of the 7th. Brett. George is 1 for 3. He has scored a run. Line drive base hit right field for Brett. Big day for him. 2 for 4, and now it's Puckett. That's going to do it. That's going to do it. They're going to Smitty. Lee Smith coming on. In the bottom of the 7th, Walker will be replaced. And the new center fielder will be Barry Bonds. No, they're not. They're going to juggle this around a little bit. They're going to put Bonds in right, which is almost as scary. And they're going to have Smith bat second, Bonds bat 5th. Sosa moves over to center field. There's 1 out in the 7th, and there's 1 man aboard. Walker now out of the game. Puckett is 2 for 3. He has doubled. He has scored a run. He has driven in a run. Franco is gone. Lee Smith is on. He is an A with an XY modifier Franco pitched 1 1/3, 2 hits, 1 walk, no strikeouts, no runs yet. However, Brett is his responsibility. Puckett at the plate, Smith to the belt. He checks Brett at first, the pitch home. To right, driving Bonds back, and he will make the catch. That's 2 on. And now it's Thome. Jim 0 for 2, intentionally walked last time up. The pitch to Thome is chopped toward Hernandez. He's going to flip it to Smith covering, and that will retire the American League in the 7th. No further damage. However, we go to the 8th, and the American League leads this game in King of the Hill action 4-1 over the 1981 to the present National Leaguers. Coming up for the National League in the 8th, it's the meat of the order, Sosa, Sheffield, and Bonds. And the big unit has allowed 1 hit in 7 innings and 1 run. The pitch. Hey, strikes out Sammy. That's his 4th strikeout on the day, not Sosa. That's Sosa's 2nd strikeout. That's Johnson's 4th. Here comes Sheffield. 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. And make it 3 walks as Sheffield walks again. That's walk number 8 for Johnson. And the National League has yet to make him pay. Only 1 of the walks has scored. Bonds at the plate. 0 for 3 for his predecessor, Andre Dawson, in this game. Johnson to the belt. Check Sheffield, the pitch. Chop toward Thome. Thome gloves it and flips to Johnson. That retires Bonds at first as Sheffield advances to second base one more time. And it's Larkin with 2 outs now. Barry's 0 for 3. The pitch from Johnson to right. Driving Baines back to the track, but he's got it, and that retires the National Leaguers in the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 4-1 American League. Lee Arthur Smith comes back out for the 8th inning. It's Baines, Alomar, and Trammell up for the American League. Baines is 0 for 3. The pitch from Smith popped him up. That's Sheffield on the infield grass, 1 down. Now it's Alomar. Robbie is 0 for 2 with a walk. Pitch to him. Ground ball, 3rd. Gloved by Sheffield. Fires to Hernandez. 2 gone in the bottom of the 8th. And now Trammell with maybe the hit of the game, driving in 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th. He's 1 for 3. And that's drilled by Trammell. That's going to get past Sheffield and down into the line, into the left field corner. Rattles around down there. Raines digs it out, fires it back in, but Trammell's got himself into scoring position for Posada. 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored and a walk. Smith to the belt. Johnson's on deck. They're going to walk Posada. There's no action in the American League bullpen, so RJ is going to bat. There are 2 outs and now 2 on. Johnson's driven in 1 run already. Smith to the belt, checks the runners. The pitch home to Johnson. Ground ball. No. Yes, shortstop, Larkin. He's going to go the short way to Biggio and retire the side, but we are 3 outs from the American League, continuing their run as the Kings of the Hill. 4-1 American League as we go to the 9th. Due up, bottom 3rd of the order. Carter, Hernandez, and Raines for the National League. Gary 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. He has scored the only run in the game for the Nationals. Johnson winds and delivers. This is grounded to Alomar, who gloves it, plants, and throws to Tomey, and there's one gone. Hernandez is 1 for 2 with a walk. They're going to let him bat because of it. Drove in the only National League run. This is grounded to second. Gloved by Alomar. Plants and throws to Tomey. 2 down. And now Raines. Last chance saloon for the National League. And Raines, base hit left field, drops in front of Yount. He's aboard. Keeps it alive. Biggio at the plate. Action now for the American League in the bullpen. That's only the second hit allowed by Johnson. Mariano Rivera is warming in the pen. Biggio at the plate. Johnson to the belt. Looks at Raines. The pitch to Biggio. There goes Raines. The throw down from Posada to Alomar is not in time, and Raines steals second. Biggio still in there. 0-1 count to Craig. 0 for 2 for him with a pair of walks. The pitch from Johnson. Chop toward Tomey. He gloves it. He steps on first, and that is an American League winner right there. So let's go over the totals. Randy Johnson with a complete game, 2 hit, 8 walk performance, 1 run it was earned, and 4 strikeouts. No home runs for the big unit, against the big unit. So a complete game victory for Johnson. For the victorious 81 to the present American Leaguers, 4 runs on 9 hits, and they committed 1 error. For the vanquished 1981 to the present National Leaguers, 1 run on 2 hits, and they committed 2 errors, both by Biggio. The winning pitcher, Johnson, he's 1-0. And the losing pitcher is Hershiser. He is 0-1. Let's give you the standings before we depart and update you on where things are at. We can fill in the picture just a little bit more now. The American League to the present, 81 to the present American Leaguers now are 2-1. The National League 81 to the present ball club is 1-2. The next opponent for the 81 to the present American Leaguers is the 61 to 80 ball club, and that will be a good game. They are both tied in second place with 2 victories. Somebody's going to be tied for first after that game is over, because all I'm doing here is counting wins. The losses disrupt your play, so that's enough. It's the wins that matter. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Kurt Berglund. I hope you subscribe to my channel and keep an eye out for more King of the Hill APBA Hall of Fame set action. Hope you have a good night. So long, everybody.